The sun had barely risen over the quiet town of Nyaniba when Kwame sat at the edge of his bed, staring into nothing. Abena, his wife of 6 years, was still asleep, her face peaceful, her breath steady, but peace was the last thing in Kwame's heart. For weeks now, something had been bothering him, something he couldn't quite put into words. It wasn't that Abena had changed. She was still the same graceful woman, with a gentle smile and a laugh that could melt his anger. But there was something different in her eyes, something distant. And then there was Kojo. Kojo had been Abena's friend long before she met Kwame. He was charming, well-dressed, and always knew the right things to say. Too right, in Kwame's opinion. He had never liked how close Kojo and Abena were, how they shared inside jokes, exchanged gifts on birthdays, and whispered in corners during family gatherings. At first, Kwame had brushed off his suspicions. "They're just friends," he told himself, but last week he came home early from work and found Kojo in their living room, alone, with Abena, laughing over a glass of juice. Kojo stood up awkwardly. Abena smiled too brightly, and that's when the whisper of doubt crept in. That whisper had grown louder with each passing day. Kwame rose from the bed and walked to the window. Outside, the morning market was beginning to stir. He saw neighbors chatting, children fetching water, and life moving as usual. But inside him, a storm was brewing. Today, he told himself, he would find out the truth, even if it hurt. Later that afternoon, Kojo came by again. Kwame had left work early on purpose and was already home when he heard the knock on the gate. Peeking through the curtains, he saw him. Kojo, the charming friend, dressed in a neatly ironed shirt, shoes polished like mirrors, and carrying a bag of fruit. Abena met him at the door with a warm hug. Too warm, too long. Kwame clenched his jaw but stayed out of sight, listening from the hallway. "You didn't have to bring anything," Abena said cheerfully. "You know I can't visit without gifts," Kojo replied, his voice as smooth as honey. "Especially not for you." They laughed, a soft, familiar laugh that boiled Kwame's blood. He stepped out of the hallway. "Kojo," he said, pretending to be surprised. "Didn't expect to see you today." Kojo turned, a bit startled. "Kwame, good to see you, man. You're home early." "I wasn't feeling well," Kwame lied. "Thought I should rest." "Oh, sorry to hear that," Kojo said politely. Abena glanced between them, sensing the tension. "Kojo just brought some fruit. He wasn't staying long." Kwame nodded, eyes never leaving Kojo's face. "Good. I wouldn't want to keep you." Kojo chuckled nervously and excused himself after a few more minutes. As soon as the door shut behind him, Abena turned to her husband. "Why are you acting like this?" "Like what?" Kwame replied coldly. "Like you don't trust me." Kwame said nothing. He simply walked away. But in his heart, the fire of jealousy had been lit. And it was only the beginning.